Hello everyone.
No, it's still
Pete and Grata here from the Purple House. Today we want to share some good news and some bad news with you. Bad news first. Our food and water supply is full of plastic. We're getting about a credit card's worth a week of plastic in our diet and in our water.
and air.
And our food's wrapped in it, and we drink water out of plastic bottles, and it's
Plastic
leaching into the water. And if you microwave your food in plastic, then that'll be in the food. Now, that's affecting all our hormones because they're estrogen mimicking, particularly impotence in men.
Yeah.
So but it'll muck women's hormones up as well. So we need to get rid of those plastics. But our society is using plastic all the time. So we can't get rid of them, really.
That's the bad news.
That's the bad news. But our good gut microbiome,
A healthy microbiome.
all those trillions of good bacteria, they gobble up the plastic.
Yeah.
And so
And it ends up in the toilet.
So you need to be replenishing those good gut bacteria on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And particularly for the hormonal disruption of plastics.
That's obvious in men and women, isn't it? Because women often get like low libido as well as hot flushes, cranky moods, and then of course the dreaded weight gain that's almost impossible to shift for women. That's due to the plastics as well. So the good news is that your own healthy microbiome can get rid of all the plastics. And in a minute we're going to show you how you can support your healthy microbiome. But there's some bad news even with the gut microbiome. What is the bad news, or shall I say, Pete? 95% of the Western world is metabolically deficient, so suffers from metabolic disorder.
Plus, greater than 95% of the population wouldn't have a healthy microbiome, I'm sure.
No, that's true.
And we're often born, or the mum doesn't have a healthy microbiome, so the baby doesn't get a healthy microbiome, and that's when the rot starts setting in.
Yeah, the child
when we're
suffers.
a kid. Yeah.
So, and we do see a lot of children with challenges like that, including mental health challenges all across the board, from you're like very, very young to, of course, the elderly. And it's all gut related. And I'm just going to quickly read out this article by Dr. Campbell McBride, who wrote a book about it. And I've had this book for maybe a decade already.
About gut and psychology.
That's right. It's called Gut and Psychology, and the link between it. So mothers with abnormal gut flora, so sick microbiome, this becomes evident in the children long before they develop psychological problems, though. So the children and babies, they have digestive problems, allergies, reactions to food, asthma, malnourishment, lack of stamina, hyperactivity, ADHD, dyspraxia, dyslexia, fatigue, irritability, poor sleep, night terrors as well, and nightmares. These are all very, very common, and it says this indicates that the child has abnormalities in its gut microbiome with the usual consequences. And the consequences are like nutritional deficiencies, compromised immunity, so they get sick all the time, toxicity coming from the gut, and then of course we get all the difficult behaviors. And this is really to do with a mixture of toxins like that are brewing in the gut. And they're not right for the child, right? So the child also gets anxiety and all the rest, and creates other problems. And then Dr. McBride goes on, it gets darker. She goes on to say that these children often suffer from severe mental illness during the teenage years, which is all really bad news. So bad news. And it's not that humans like you and I are not trying. Most people that I know are trying to be good parents and look after their microbiome and their children, but actually a lot of people are not aware of it, are they, Pete?
No, not really.
So we want to share some top tips.
Not the importance of it anyway.
Also, people not aware how much your health is under attack every day and every night, just by simply opening your tap or breathing in the air. It's not even safe anymore. So what can we do, right?
We tend to kill off our microbiome just by living.
Yeah, in today's world.
Yeah.
So unless you constantly replenish your gut microbiome, you are going to get sick most likely, unless you have a miracle body, right? So
and it's our first brain, our gut. So that's where we need to concentrate on to get good mental clarity and good mental health.
For sure. We actually forgot to say insulin resistance, which is huge. That's pretty much number one.
Insulin resistance and diabetes,
Type 1,
obesity, can all be linked to poor gut microbiome.
And then Alzheimer's too, which is a really big worry as well, is classified type 3 diabetes, right? It still falls under the insulin resistance problem. So what can you do? Well, Peter and I, many years ago, we swapped out a lot of our carbohydrates from our diet, right? And we eat a lot of butter. I was going to demonstrate how much butter we eat. We literally cut off a slice of butter and eat it like that. We sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, Himalayan salt, so you get the minerals, and the butter is very satisfying. And we buy organic butter, by the way, in the supermarket, so that gives you a better chance that butter is healthy. What's so good about butter, by the way?
If you've ever noticed, you can leave a block of butter in the fridge forever and it'll never go mouldy. So it kills mold or fungus spores.
That's right, and that's important because when the microbiome is upset, you often get nasty yeast and fungi and mold called Candida albicans and formaldehyde brewing inside your tummy, right? So all these toxins are floating in your small intestine and large intestine.
And into your bloodstream.
Goes into your bloodstream, travels through your body, your brain gets inflamed. When you have leaky gut, you have leaky brain, and leaky gut is always caused by a sick gut microbiome, which is, like I said, it's everyone, 95% of the population. So we swapped out a lot of almost all our sugar and empty carbohydrates, sorry.
We still have a reasonable amount of low starch carbohydrates.
Very little.
But not a lot either. But,
yeah. So, and then we eat fermented food from the Love Your Gut company in Tasmania because we know that it's a local product. We like to support our local industry, and it's made from organic produce and well and truly properly fermented. So when you buy, say, for instance, Love Your Gut sauerkraut or kimchi, the vegetable matter, and you have a tablespoon of that a day, you fortify your gut microbiome with fantastic, really good gut bacteria and enzymes as well. And also it actually helps to kill off all the bad stuff. So here's a myth. People think if you eat fermented foods, properly fermented foods, that it's going to create candida, but it doesn't, right? It's not the same thing. So forget about that myth. That's total confusion.
There are some good yeasts that ferment the foods as well, and
it's like introducing an army of loyal fighters that are loyal to your immune system, not fighting your immune system. So you always need to work with your body. So that would be number one. We eat a lot of butter and good fats.
And if you have yogurts, make sure you have organic or biodynamic, just plain full cream, and milk kefir is fermented milk, also full of the good intestinal bacteria.
That's right.
Lactobacillus, all the range of the lactobacilli.
Yeah. Don't buy those little fruit packets or fruit yogurt.
Yakult or don't buy those, please.
Because they have a tablespoon of sugar per little packet, which is more than Coke.
They still taste sweet, so there's no bacteria in them really to gobble up the sugars. All
right, so women, I don't know, lots of women, including myself, who struggle with weight loss or, the pounds stack on over the years. This is all due to the microplastics that we talked about and other toxins as well that your body can't deal with. So Akkermansia, tell us about that, Pete.
Akkermansia helps produce the GLP-1 a lot more of those. They attach to those receptor sites in the gut, and it helps tremendously with
staying lean.
it helps with weight
Getting
weight
lean
loss
and mean.
and insulin resistance. It helps with that as well.
Because apparently, you know, the weight loss drug Ozempic, that millions of people around the world, I think 30 million people or more, every day the amount is growing, are taking Ozempic.
And that also is to do with the GLP-1 receptor sites that the Akkermansia also targets.
And it causes you to speed up the weight loss
Yeah.
and feel less hungry. So this is a really good microbiome restorer, especially if you want to lose weight and feel less hungry. All right, so we have
Years ago, we bought Synthol for candida control, gobble up yeasts, and we didn't realise that they were spore probiotics in that blend, and we stocked spore probiotics because they heal and seal the gut 50% better than other probiotics. So they also withstand the stomach acid. Akkermansia also withstands that stomach acid, and
so what it means is that it travels through your stomach and arrives in your small intestine.
Because the acid in the stomach is meant to kill everything, even the bacteria. But those ones survive the stomach acid, and these ones that we stock, they have a capsule that withstands the stomach acid, the immunosymbiotic range that we have. And there's two of those. One is specifically for people with more chronic disease states.
Like cancer?
Yeah, metabolic problems, cancer and diabetes and so on.
What about rheumatoid arthritis?
Yeah, all the severe metabolic diseases. Yeah.
And the other one is like for maintenance, you know.
To really restore the good gut bacteria. Yep.
Of course, Vital All-in-One is really great as well.
But ideally, as I said before, we'd be replenishing the good intestinal bacteria on a daily basis with a range of good intestinal bacteria. And fermented foods. Grada and I have both every day.
And we have done for years and years. And like, we feel good, don't we, Pete? We work hard. We should be seniors now. We should be retiring. But I mean, I reckon we feel as good as our kids who are 40, right? Because we look after our health. We drink healthy water, filtered water. And then also the smoothie, the Purple House smoothie. You can download this book with the recipe freely from our website.
Instead of Bioraculous, it has Vital All-in-One. And that has a good probiotic blend in as well. So it's extremely important.
Package, so you can also see that on our website. So also iodine wise, it's so important to take iodine, Pete.
Iodine is the best antimicrobial agent on earth. They don't get resistant to it, and it kills off all the bad, nasty things that you have. So it's on our website as a
mineral supplement.
No, it's a
I can't
something to sterilise a wound with.
A wound sterilizer. Okay. That's code language for iodine. And then we have a free ebook, Your Wellness Journey, and then like this, there's a free hormonal book, free osteoporosis book, lots of issues that we deal with that we've seen over the years. Anyway.
Plus we can help restore the balance with energy medicine as well. Both Grada and I help clients with that.
Yeah. And we do that, we give each other balance as well. So I had a beautiful, amazing session from Peter this morning, and I asked him to give me tuna because I felt like I'd been a little bit crabby on picking on Peter for a few days.
I said, quick, into the room.
Yeah, and actually, so Peter tested my hormones. They were out of whack a little bit, or quite majorly probably, unbeknownst to me. And so when Peter he finds all that he plays
and a liver energy channel was under stress as well. Blocked, yeah.
Because when you feel angry and frustrated and impatient, that affects your liver, or the liver makes you feel like that. It's like the chicken or the egg. It doesn't matter, because we can heal it. So when Pete was healing me, I could feel this beautiful, warm sense of wellness flowing through my body, and it's just like a shift or an instant release. Like then I always think, I should have come to Pete last week or the week before, instead of carrying it around inside of me. So I feel like a new person. And this is what our clients experience as well. Like everyone needs to tune up pretty much once a month. It's the same way. You wouldn't dream of like wearing your glasses then every day without ever cleaning your glasses, right? Or imagine if you go like, oh, there's a spot on my glasses, I wonder where that came from. You don't talk like that, do you? You just clean it off, and then you can see clearly again. And that's the same with our body. We just attract lots of stress and toxins in our body that we can clear, and
can I just add
you
something?
feel better. Yes, of course, but don't think of course.
Grada is amazing long distance as well. So over the phone or a Zoom session, but quite often it's mainly over the phone. She can do exactly the same for you as if you're in her room.
That's right. Yeah. You can think of it like your computer. You've probably seen a computer technician. You know, you see him doing work, and he could be in Queensland, but you see the little arrow, what do you call it, the arrow move around on your screen. And he
defrag the computer.
Yeah, fix the
long
computer.
distantly.
That's right.
That's what Grada can do as well.
That's right. I can just tune into your body and find your issues very, very quickly, and then together we can delete them and dissolve them, and then you feel free again, because then your body fills up with your own energy. Because toxic and trauma energy, that energy doesn't actually come from you. It's not your energy, and it pushes out your own energy. So the more you heal, the more of you become, which is a really, really great feeling, right? That's what it's all about.
I also look at live and dried blood, and I can detect indicators of candida within those as well.
Yeah.
If you're unsure whether they could be affecting you or not.
Yeah, oh well, they would definitely be.
Yeah, I'd say everyone in the Western world would have systemic problems with candida and the toxins from them.
Yeah, because it's just the world we live in. Yeah. I mean, we do live in a beautiful world, and it's so much to enjoy.
But the importance of getting the plastic out of our system, we need those good intestinal bacteria to do that for us. And scientists are still finding out what those bacteria are doing for us. They've isolated 400 different enzymes that they produce. We as an organism only produce about 90 enzymes, and they are crucial for all the reactions in our body, those enzymes. For
creating energy, and for cleaning up, and for restoring and repairing your body as well. So we're here to help you. Pete and I, we're what I call seasoned healers. We've been doing this work for 25 years already, and we're still going strong. So, and we've seen, I would say, pretty much everything, haven't we, Pete?
So we've seen a fair bit.
We're comfortable with everyone's problems. Please don't take your own health or issues lightly. Do something about it today, right? A stitching time saves 9, and then you can show up as your best self, which is very, very important. You feel energy, have energy to jump out of bed in the morning, and feel good about yourself and create your own best life. So we're here to help you, and hope we inspired you to do something about the plastics that are definitely in everyone's body, including yours. And so you feel free again, and flexible and good. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you listening and being part of our community. And we look forward to sharing some more tips with you next week. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye.